guys, welcome back and thanks so much for joining me for today's video, which is going to be an autumnal fashion video to break up all the travel content that you guys have been seeing on my channel lately. So today I wanted to share with you my top 5 most worn autumn shoes, and these are, as you can guess by the title, the 5 pairs of shoes slash boots that I've been getting the most use out of now that the temperature has really dropped here in the UK, and they're definitely a mixture between fashionable and also really functional and practical as well. I can't bear to be tottering around in stiletto heels or getting wet and, you know, really gross and uncomfortable during the autumn months. So these shoes are all pretty practical, and for that reason I have been getting so much use out of them over these past few rainy and cold weeks. So without further ado, I'm going to get started with number 5. I'm going to work my way up to my most worn, and that's these mules from Zara. And these, as you guys I'm sure can tell, are definitely inspired by the Gucci mules. The Gucci ones are over £500. These ones were less than a tenth of that price, but they still have the same style with the fur lining and then the plain black toe cap of the mule. And I wore these especially towards the beginning of autumn when it was a little bit more mild. I wore these so much. They just really elevated a pair of jeans. Even if it was much warmer, you could wear like a long dress and maybe even culottes, but I mostly wore these with jeans and with the hems ripped. So I'm using the past tense because now I feel like it's getting a tiny bit cold for mules, but when I am just nipping to the shops or something, I still do slip these on. The fact that they slip on just makes them such a good choice for that last minute shoe dash if you just need to nip out and don't want to spend ages putting on boots, and these have been a really practical choice for that. So these ones are from Zara, but I did actually, towards the beginning of autumn, buy a whole load of mules. I really got obsessed with the whole mule trend. In fact, I wrote an entire blog post on my favourite mules and ways to style them, so I'll leave that linked down in the description box. Also down there you'll find links to all the shoes that I'm mentioning in this video, as well as some similar alternatives, because I know that a few of these may have sold out. The Zara ones, the Zara website just isn't very good, so I will leave a few alternatives to my favourite mules. As a whole, I just found mules really practical, really flattering, and really on trend this autumn. So this probably won't be the last pair of mules that I pick up this season, but I might need to wait for the weather to warm up just a little bit, and hopefully they'll come back into fashion in springtime. My 4th most worn shoes, which are actually boots this season, are these almost knee-length coppery, orangey brown coloured boots from Millan. So these are just such practical boots. They are suede, so you definitely need to make sure you get some suede protect spray before the first time you wear them. In fact, the first time I wore these, it was that day in London where it just absolutely, the heavens opened. It was so rainy and I was getting so stressed out. I spent a fortune on taxis because I didn't want to ruin these. Even though dashing between meetings, they got completely wet, but actually they have survived. There are no water damage signs on them, which I think is a sign of really good quality suede, and hopefully really good quality suede spray as well. So these still look good as new. I have worn them so many times since I got them. These ones are definitely my investment boot for autumn. These were not cheap. These are £350 from Millan, but I feel like with boots like this, they're such a focal point of your outfit that they make the outfit. So if you do invest in that one pair of boots that does look truly fabulous like these, then almost the rest of your outfits are elevated by them for the rest of the season. So I did really see these as an investment piece this autumn, and I have got so much use out of them because of the way that they look. They look great with white jeans, they look great with dresses, like jumper dresses, they look great with denim, but also the heel height is just the perfect height for running around all day, but also without being so high that it's going to make your feet hurt. But they do give me, because I'm not very tall, they do give me the height boost that I need. So everything about them is just perfect. They fit my leg really perfectly. A lot of boots I find they're a little bit baggy, or I don't know, perhaps too tight, but these ones just seem to fit me absolutely perfectly. So really glad that I invested in these for the autumn season, and I can see myself getting a lot more use out of these both this year and in years to come. Then at number 3 we have a more casual pair of boots. These ones are from Jules, I believe. Yeah, they're from Jules, and they are a classic brown boot with this little leopard detail, and it's this leopard detail that I really love. I don't like leopard too much, I just find it a little bit too bold, but I thought this little hem detail was just so subtle and really beautiful. And this style of boots, I just think every girl needs a pair like this in her wardrobe. I actually didn't have a pair like this in my wardrobe before this pair, so as you can imagine, I've been making up for lost time and wearing these so much. Now, I don't know about you guys, but even though I'm a fashion blogger, I don't feel the need to always be dressed up in the latest trends. Most of the time, in fact, as you guys know if you watch my vlogs, I'm pretty chilled and casual with my wardrobe, so that's why these have come in so handy with jeans. Once again, ripped jeans, dark denim, white jeans, they look absolutely fabulous. Even if I just want to dash to the supermarket and I've got leggings on, then these will get thrown on. The only downside to these boots is that they are not very grippy, and the first time I wore these was when I was filming my autumn lookbook, which I don't know by the time this goes live if you'll have seen yet, but that was actually the first time that I wore them, and they were very slidey on the ground, so it wasn't like marble, it was just concrete, and I was sliding around all over the place, so I had to walk on the grass. So I actually want to take these to Timpson and get them resoled or get something more grippy put on the sole. They haven't been so bad since that first time, but I feel like when it starts to get icy, I will be a little bit scared to wear these. But having said that, I've worn them loads, I find them incredibly comfortable. They really just add a smart but also not try too hard finish to my outfit. So absolutely loved wearing these, and they're such good quality leather as well. They're very breathable, really comfortable. Yeah, can't rave about these enough, absolutely love them. Then number 2 within my top 5 most worn boots. These once again are practical and also fashionable as well. These are from Emu, and the reason why these are in my most worn is because I wear them most weekends for dog walks, for watching Charlie play rugby, because while they are fabulous, fashionable, they look like they're suede. In fact, I think this may be suede, I'm not too sure, I'll leave the information down below. They are 100% waterproof, so I can be walking through a boggy marsh, or I can be walking like in the pouring rain, and my feet will not get wet in these. I find Emu waterproof boots, they're almost too good to be true. You don't think that you're going to stay super dry in these, but you really, really do. They have a faux fur bit of, actually I think this is sheep's wool, yeah. Sheep's wool. It's actually got dyed by my jeans. I have this really cheap pair of jeans from H&M and they dyed them, which is really annoying, but you can't see it when I'm wearing them. But this bit of sheep's wool just keeps the tops of your legs really warm, it makes them really cozy, and it's a nice design detail too. They have got a tiny bit of a heel on them, excuse the mud, this is a very authentic video, but they've got a really grippy sole as well, so great for long walks. And because secretly I just love that country lifestyle, I have been wearing these so much. And yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Emu boots before, I highly recommend it. They have so many gorgeous styles. You may remember in my vlog from the day we went to Canterbury, I also had a burgundy pair of Emu boots on, and they will probably have been number 6 if this wasn't a top 5 video. They are definitely also up there in my most worn boots, but these, just pip them to the post because I wear them every weekend without fail, as well as also some days in town if I just don't want to put on boots that I think are going to make me slightly uncomfortable. I just always go with these because they're so comfy, so reliable, and they look good too. And finally, my most worn boots this autumn season, and I feel like this is not going to come as a surprise to any of you guys, it is my mango boots. So these ones I picked up in an ASOS haul, they're mango, but I got them from ASOS, and I have just not stopped wearing them ever since. Every autumn and winter I like to treat myself to a new pair of black boots, because black boots just go with everything. If you're wearing black tights, you're wearing a dress, then these will just elevate you a little bit of height but still the comfort of boots. If you're wearing jeans, once again, they're just super practical but they look fabulous as well. These ones, they just tick all the boxes. They're good quality leather, they have a very good heel height, which really does give me a height boost, but something about the chunky heel and the very slight platform within the sole means that I don't even feel the heel when I'm walking, so I can run around in these. I still have that height boost, but they're still super, super comfortable. I also get so many compliments when I wear them. I think they look so much more expensive. I think Victoria Beckham has a pair of boots with a very similar design, maybe even Nicholas Kirkwood as well, I'm not too sure. There's definitely another designer that has boots that look like this. Personally, I felt that the circle looked a little bit like 70s Chloe-ish, and the way that they do look so high-end is definitely the reason why I bought them, but even without them being like a dupe, I just still love them either way. And as you can tell by the sole, sorry it's a little bit gross, but I've worn these so much and I plan to continue wearing them for the rest of this year and in the future as well. So because black boots are such an autumn essential and wardrobe essential in general, I am very tempted to buy the Gucci boots. I know I've mentioned it in another video, but I'm almost, I don't know, I'm just waiting for that one sign that tells me I need to buy them. I'm not sure what that sign is, but I'm a very big believer of if it's meant to be, it will be. So yeah, I'm just hoping that something will come along and spur me to buy the Gucci boots before they sell out. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've not taken the plastic off these properly. Gosh, that's a little bit embarrassing. But yeah, I am definitely considering buying the Gucci boots. So let me know if any of you guys have got them or what you think of them. But yeah, they're gonna be my next treat, I think. Just biding my time, saving my pennies before making the big purchase. So those are my top 5 most worn autumn shoes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it very interesting, and maybe you've got a few things now to add to your shopping wish list as well. Honestly, all of these boots have been worn and loved so much by me already this year, and I predict I'll be wearing them a lot more in the coming months as well, and throughout winter, and probably spring, summer, autumn, winter next year as well. I just love them all to pieces. They have been all really good price per wear. I've got really good value out of them. Even the more expensive ones, I feel like I've already worn them enough for them to earn their keep. So I'll leave all links below, as well as any similar options for those that are sold out, but I think most of them, fingers crossed, should still be in stock, so check the description box as always if you'd like to pick any of them up or just find out a few more details. And that is all from me, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and if you'd like more fashion videos, then please give this video a thumbs up, and please do subscribe if you're new to my channel so that I can see you again in my next few videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of day. I will speak to you soon. Bye!